Hey Transtastic, it's Wednesday, it's Reed, and this week we are talking about unwanted consequences of transitioning. So first of all, before I begin, two things. One, I'm Wednesdays now, so hello, it's gonna be me and Chase. We just had to shuffle around the lineup a little bit because new members and people have schedules and blah blah. Also, this is not the second piece of this, but just as a carryover, I haven't had internet for a long fucking time, and Comcast is a pain in the ass, so I haven't had internet oh my god. So I haven't been able to post, but also I've been home because of like complications from my histo, but not really complications. If you want to hear about any of that, the link will be in the description to my channel where I also made a video about the complications. Okay, so it is raining so hard. This is number 2, by the way. It is raining so hard in Massachusetts right now. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the other side of my room, but there it is. So I just wanted to show you guys what was happening outside, so bear with me. Okay, look at the rain. Look at it. Look at this car. Like, this is crazy. The street is like flooding. Like, look, what? It's like crazy rain and thunder and lightning outside. I honestly don't know how long I'll have power for right now, so let's do this. Focus, focus. Hello? Okay. So, unwanted consequences of transitioning. There are unwanted consequences of tea that I personally experienced. I'll be 6 years on tea in November. They're not big, they're just like weird and like random, like I guess hair in places that I didn't really expect and don't really want, and like chest hair was never something that I was interested in. I basically have none anyway, but like I do randomly, like it's not enough to be like full like chest hair, but it's not enough to be nothing. Did that make any sense? What? So yeah, little things like that. I don't consider them a consequence. Like, I think consequence is kind of a strong word, but they're just not something that I like wanted, I guess. Like, there are a lot of desired effects of tea, but that was not one of them. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was more like socially transitioning things, like something that I remember very, very clearly. I graduated from a women's college, from Smith, in 2012. I was 6 months on tea when I graduated. And I was like passing already, but like not really at school because like, I don't know, I was at a women's college, so passing there was a complicated experience. But I got my like first out of college job. I was working at Dunkin' Donuts at the time. I was like 6 or 7 months on tea, and I was passing 100% of the time, and I was like ecstatic about that. But then on the flip side, I had been like submersed into this like cis man world, and I was suddenly part of like a club that I didn't know that I was going to be a part of. Socializing up until like when I got out of college, like I was around women all of the time. Cis women, trans women, and plus trans men who were attending Smith as well. But I didn't really hang out with a lot of trans men at Smith. Like occasionally I did, but like not, I mostly hung out with women. I was like submersed into this like boys club, and I had no idea that it was coming, and I had no idea. I was in this inner circle suddenly, and cis men, cis like straight guys started talking to me about things that like made me really uncomfortable, like the way that they were talking about women and just being really like degrading and like possessive almost, and expecting me to participate in that dialogue, and I felt really uncomfortable about it, and I felt pressured to participate in it because it was like so new to me. But I don't know, it was like, unwanted. It was an unwanted consequence. Like, now that I was like, now that I had transitioned and I was like being read as male, like this was a thing that was happening to me. I was not prepared for it, and it still happens, but I am able to handle it better now, and I feel like I know myself well enough and I'm established enough being socialized like with other men now that I can hold my own in those conversations. And when I get into those like boys club situations, which doesn't happen often, that's the other thing, like I like very selectively choose like what communities I want to be a part in, and it's very seldom that there are social situations that I'm in that because I don't want to be, and I know how uncomfortable it makes me. But when I do end up in those social situations, I am like able to advocate for myself and for whoever, like if they're putting women down, I like advocate for that, and I'm like, what the fuck, what are you doing? Like, that's not cool, man. It's better now, but it took me a long time to get here, and it is not wanted still, and it was not wanted then, and it was a big surprise to me that it would just like happen. Like I just graduated and I got a job, and like my first day there it happened, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, sorry, I curse a lot. Anyway, so that was definitely an unwanted consequence, and then other things socially as well. Like, if I hadn't have transitioned, like, a lot of the relationships, like strained relationships that I had with friends and family wouldn't have happened either. So it's like, it is a consequence of transitioning, but it's kind of complicated, right? Because it's a consequence, but also like me transitioning far outweighs it. It's not like I have regrets because of these things. I don't regret transitioning at all. I don't know, I would have had a different relationship with like some friends and family if I hadn't transitioned, and I'm well aware of that. It's sad, because it's not on me, it's on them. And it shouldn't have anything to do with me being trans. Like, our relationship shouldn't change, but that's unfortunately not a thing. Oh my god, it is so hot in here. Hold on, I have a thermometer. It's 80 degrees in this room right now. What? Oh god, I just can't. Okay, so those are a couple just quick like things about unwanted transitioning consequences and whatever. Go to my channel to watch my video about my histo if you want to hear about that, and I will see you on Wednesday next week. Every week from now on. It's gonna be good unless we lose power from this weird like flash flood and I can't upload blah blah blah. Anyway, okay, cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.